Hey there, good afternoon. This is Trader Tim from over at eminimind.com doing a Monday market analysis video for the 5th of October 2020. And I want to start with the top line figures here, starting with the S&P. And being at the 50% short for the second time now, um, in Thursday's video, I talked about how the sentiment is definitely to the upside. The momentum is there to come and break through this 50 and 61.8. We just have, a long-term uptrend still intact, and we have the 50% long has traded first. So even though we have this short drawn up, and we did get a little bit of a dip or a sell-off off of it the first time we touched last week, I think we can more than likely break through um, to the upside. And if we look over at the VIX, we kind of see a triangle forming. We've got these lower highs in the VIX, lower high, um, starting from back here. But at the same time, we have these higher lows. So we're kind of at this inflection point. If we go back to the SPY, we can see, a bit of a triangle as well, albeit this section down here has a really big hole in it if we connect those lows. But we should be able to get some resolve here. You know, we've got now about a month or so till the election. I think, by and large, this, volatility level should stick around. It's not that high. It's actually really pretty good for intraday trading. Um, but we have seen some like larger gaps or fairly good sized gaps at the open as of late. So watching the 61.8 of the short to break or the 61.8 of the long. Obviously, we're closer to breaking the short at this point with a strong momentum day taking out the swing high. So this week, I'll be watching for us to break the long and then see if I draw up a low to high like this. We clearly didn't come down and touch the 50%. If I would drag it up to whatever the highs end up being before we get a little bit of a pullback, assuming we do before we break all-time highs, you could look at a long position there. I still have a little bit of a hedge on right here at the 50. If we come up and take the swing high out and break the 61.8, I'll close it. But for now, it's not really costing me much, so I'll hang on to it. The important thing to look at is the IWM as we go through these top four indices. Look at the IWM is broken. It's 61.8, and it's been the weakest of the bunch. The long broke briefly, but then we closed back into the 61.8. If we look at the Dow, held its 61.8, still trading within the 61.8 of the short. It held its long, it's also holding the short. So closer to breaking out of the 61.8 than the S&P. And then the last one here, the NASDAQ, similar to the S&P, hanging out right about the 50%. So we've got a good week here, poised to give us some good activity as far as kind of an intraday trending days go. I think we can see some of those. And if plan B, if we don't break out, if tomorrow we just roll over at the 50%, well, then we can trade all the way back down to the 50% long. And that's a good enough ways away where we can capitalize intraday on those trends and got the hedge just in case. So we'll be doing a live trading session tomorrow morning. You can check that out, eminimind.com/VIP. And if you have questions, you can put them in the comments below. I hope everyone has a great week. We'll talk to you soon.